guys, welcome to today's vlog. Today we are on our way to the hospital. We actually are almost there because tomorrow is my central line surgery. I'm getting a Baroviac line. It's going to be up here, hopefully. And yeah, so we're almost there. And the reason why I'm going in today is because with me being on TPN and the hospital's policies and the way they do TPN, it's just easier to go in the day before and then go and yeah, and not have to drive early in the morning to get there in time for surgery. So it's 12:47 and yeah, we're almost there. I have a negative COVID test. I got tested for COVID last week, I think like last Thursday, and I'm negative. So all is good to go forward. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest though, but it is what it is, so I'll keep you guys updated. We are here. Obviously I am still in the car. My dad went to go get a wheelchair, so I don't have to walk all the way because I can't do that. So he went to go find a wheelchair and I'm waiting on the car for him. But while I'm in here, I figured I would show you my wrap and why I wrap my PICC line site. So this is what it looks like. You can see part of it's peeking out, but this is the wrap. You can get wraps like that anywhere, but honestly we get them from animal supply stores. We get the horse wraps. They're reasonably priced and they're really breathable and really comfortable, and I like them better than like the medical ones, but those work too. And the reason why I wear it is because I just feel more comfortable. It helps it not tug as much. It helps protect it from water being sprayed or really anything, food. It protects it from a lot of things, and it's just something I prefer. I prefer to have a cover on it because it feels more secure, not because I want to hide it, but just because it feels more secure. Plus it's fun to switch the colors. So I've had like every color, and so that's why I wear a wrap on my PICC line. But my dad should be coming any minute, and then we're gonna get admitted, and they have a room for me, and we'll get up there. So, oh, there he is. So I'll catch you guys up later. Hey guys, so I am here. We're in our room. I got admitted, and it's actually been several hours. So I got admitted really quick, got up in a room, and then we went through all my meds to make sure they had them on the system and the right times and all the questions they ask. And yeah, I've just been killing time on my computer. I was coloring, so that's why there's marker marks on my hands. So yeah, but I never filmed a PICC line video. I meant to get to it, but I just never was able to get to it before I came into the hospital. So I thought I would do that now and kind of explain what a PICC line is, what it's like, what my experience was before I get it out. So right now I'm disconnected, but this is my PICC line. It has a wrap, and if you're curious on why I have a wrap, I explained to you earlier in the video, but it's just basically to protect it and I feel more secure. 1 second warning, I'm about to show what it looks like. So for me, this is what it looks like, and if you're like, why is it orange? It's because it's what I use to clean the skin with betadine. Hey guys, I'm popping in here because the way this video turned out, or this portion of the vlog turned out with all about like life with having a PICC line, it just didn't have the outcome I wanted it to be, and I want to upload videos that I am proud of, but I wanted to explain better everything that I explained in this vlog, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So first off, what is a PICC line? What is its function? What does it look like, and what does it stand for? So as I showed you guys in earlier clips of this vlog, I showed you guys what it looked like. And a PICC line, PICC stands for peripherally inserted central catheter. I'll put it on the screen and spell it out. And so really the only places that I know of that they typically put PICC lines in are either of your arms, so either your right arm or your left arm. And I had this one in my right arm, and this was actually my third PICC in my life. So I had 2 in 2016. So what was it like getting it put in? When they put a PICC line in, what they do is they numb you. So they take a needle, poke it through. Probably not the best explanation, but that's going to give you the numbing medication. But don't worry, the needle does not stay in you at all. There's no needle that stays in you. It's just to get the numbing meds in you. But they numb you, and if you are getting a PICC line and you are not 100% numb, which means you can still feel them messing with the site, tell them, because I had to get this last time when I had my PICC line this year. I had to have like 3 rounds of them numbing. So make sure that you definitely tell them if it's numb or not if you feel pressure, because they can give you more numbing medication, but it is possible you might feel some slight pressure, but for me personally, I didn't. And so they do numbing, and after that point you really can't feel anything at all. So at least that was the case for me. And this 3rd time I got it this year, back in March of 2020, they offered me Ativan to calm down my nerves, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it because I really don't want to be having a full-on anxiety attack during this, because now I kind of learned my triggers and knew that getting a PICC line would definitely trigger a really big anxiety attack. So they offered that, and I was like, you know what? I'll take it. Definitely made me feel really great. I don't even think I kept that clip in of me on it in the ER vlog, but I have a clip of me clearly feeling nothing. But if they don't offer you something, you can always ask, and if you don't feel comfortable having something like Ativan to calm you down, that's perfectly okay as well. You will be just fine, because I was just fine the first two times I got a PICC line. So yeah, so that's kind of the insertion process, and then once they finish their insertion, oh, and just to clarify, everything is sterile, so they'll probably ask you to put on a mask if you're not wearing one already. Okay, so it really depends where you place it, where it's being placed. If they ask you to put like a hairnet on, not everybody does that, but they keep everything sterile and you can't look at it, so you will not be forced to watch the whole process, don't you worry. And after they finish the procedure, they x-ray it. So they always make sure to x-ray it, because when they put a PICC line in, it can actually go up into your neck, which happened to me, and my dad actually caught that on the x-ray, because at the time I had also had a port. Side note, I was having port troubles, got a PICC line, that's a whole another story, but they were looking at my port because a PICC line, so for example, this is where the PICC line was put in my arm, and the line goes all the way to a big vein right by your heart. It does the same thing if you have a PICC line on this arm. It's the same exact place. Obviously, because it's a non-surgical procedure and they don't have a constant x-ray, they can't see, so they always do that to make sure. And thankfully my dad caught it, because they were looking at the port and they would have caught that eventually. I know that for sure. But yeah, just know that they always make sure to check the placement, and don't feel like you are not allowed to ask to see that x-ray, because it is not an x-ray that's hard to read. It's very clear if it's in place or not. So if you want to see it, ask. They shouldn't have a problem letting you see it, and if they do, demand it anyways. So yeah, and after that they flushed it, made sure there was blood drawback, because when they flush, they want to prevent blood clots, but they also want to make sure the line is good, so they'll flush with something called saline, basically salt water. Some people can actually taste it while it's being flushed. That's my case, but not everybody. And then they'll typically do, if you're not connecting to something right after, something called a hep lock, which means they would flush the heparin medication and then lock it, because there would be a clamp. That is to prevent blood clots. Saline by itself does not prevent blood clots. Heparin does, because heparin is a blood thinner and the dose is just enough for your PICC line, but it won't affect the rest of your body. I'm trying to think. Dressing changes. Once they insert your PICC line, and after they make sure the line is good, actually before they even x-ray it, they put a dressing on. So that is to protect from infection, because it needs to be a sterile site. Where the line comes out of your arm is an open source for any bacteria to crawl into your line, which could spread throughout your body, which is not good at all. So that is why there is a dressing, and that's why you have to have a dressing changed once a week. And if it gets compromised, meaning if it gets wet, if the dressing halfway rips off and exposes it even for a minute or two, you always have to do an immediate dressing change, because you always want to prevent infection. So that is the reason why you always see me with a PICC line having a dressing on, is to prevent infection, and it's always a sterile site. Let's see. Now, everyday life with it. How do I bathe? Am I even able to bathe with a PICC line because I can't get it wet? Do I feel it? So I'll start with the easy stuff first. First off, no, I don't feel it. I don't feel it on the inside. So when I'm infusing, I don't feel anything at all. Like I said, I do taste when it's flushed with saline, but that's it. I mean, if I touch over the dressing, not when it's exposed, but like over the dressing, that's when I can obviously feel the outside of it, but any part that's inside of me, I can't feel at all. So that's that, which is actually really nice to not have to feel that. And then how do I bathe? The hospital recommended this, and this is something that we instituted when I had my first 2 PICC lines, and it is whenever I need to shower or bathe, what I do is I will take plastic wrap, completely wrap and make sure the entire dressing is covered with plastic wrap, and then I make sure the end of the PICC line and the clave, or the end cap, however you say it, is in the plastic wrap, and then I'll put medical tape around the edges to make sure nothing gets in. And typically I shower with the PICC line when I am not infusing. And then in the shower, I've done it both ways. I've done it where I've taken an actual bath. I'll fill the bathtub up with water, and then I'll just bathe myself with like that. Or I will, in our shower that we have at my house, I have a detachable shower head, so I'm able to detach it and be able to like completely avoid wetting this arm. It's not foolproof, but it does help a lot. But I will say my mom helped me wash my hair, because I personally couldn't do that on my own. It was too difficult for me with a PICC line, because one, I couldn't get it wet, and I was worried I would get it wet if I were to wash my own hair, and plastic wrap constricts your arm, so it's hard to bend, because at least it was for me where my PICC line was placed. But that can be different. That's just something to keep in mind. That's something you might need help with. That was just for me. You might be able to totally wash your hair yourself. It really depends. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Oh, what is the PICC line used for? How is it different from an IV? How is it different from a port or a Broviac? So a PICC line is more stable and permanent than an IV, but it is not as stable and permanent as a Broviac or a Hickman or a Portacath. For example, I have a Broviac right now. So the reason why it's not, a PICC line can last between 1 to 3 months is what I've heard. Some places, medical places, allow you to have it longer than that, but typically not more than a couple of months. Okay, so I just added a clip to the beginning because I just forgot, but I think I covered everything, so I'm going to shoot back to this vlog. I did autopilot end the vlog moment. Sorry guys, but thank you guys for watching this vlog. I will obviously vlog tomorrow. I don't know how many clips I will get, but I will vlog tomorrow and the surgery experience. And if you're like, how are you feeling about it? I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little anxious, and I'm more anxious about after surgery than the surgery itself. And maybe in the morning, if I have time, I'll explain. My dad's taking a shower, by the way, but if I have more time in the morning, I'll explain kind of like how it goes, because I know I haven't done that before. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.